Hello everybody and welcome back. It is match day as Manchester United take on Chelsea at Old Trafford. A crucial game for this Manchester United team, a crucial game for Manchester United fans and a very crucial game for Ruben Amorim. I don't think it is do or die, but Manchester United and Ruben Amorim has got to show the fans something today, that this system is going to work, that these players are up for it under Ruben Amorim and that we can go out there and score goals and compete against good sides. And Chelsea are a good side. They have had a little bit of a dip in form. The Brentford draw away there at Brentford and then Bayern Munich in the Champions League away is always going to be a really tough one. They lost that game, but they are a very good side. I think a better side than Manchester United, but it doesn't matter whether Chelsea have been lower down the league, whether Manchester United have been lower down the league. This has always been a very close game, and I expect the same today. And I expect Ruben Amorim, what I want to see from Ruben Amorim, right, is I want to see him start a team where the right players are in the right positions. No more square pegs in round holes. No more not knowing what your best side is. Go and put the right players in the right positions on the pitch and make some tough decisions. You are going to have a strong bench. Cunha's back, Mount's back. There's tough decisions to be made. But you're going to have to put some of the big names on the bench and you're going to have to use them to impact a game. We are yet to see. One of the big criticisms of Ruben Amorim is his in-game management. He can't affect a game. It's usually either put Harry Maguire up top, whether we're losing or whether we're winning, which is quite rare these days, or, change one of your centre-backs. We want to see something inventive. We want to see you look at the game and change the game in our favour. There's a lot that we want to see from Manchester United and Ruben Amorim, but there's a few things that are big for me. Mainoo in the pivot, Bruno Fernandes not in the pivot. Get him higher up the pitch. He's one of the best chance creators in the league and in our team. Get him higher up the pitch, more towards goal, and allow him a bit more freedom. Get Mainoo in the middle of the park, where he did so well in his little cameo against Manchester City. I'm sorry, he can talk about pace, he can talk about not having the legs. Get someone in there who can dictate a game. At Old Trafford, the fans will be massively behind him. Get him in the team. Lammens, get him in goal. Get him in goal. Why are we waiting to get our new goalkeeper between the sticks? There's a few reasons why I should do it, and I mentioned it a little bit after the press conference. Lammens, the hierarchy, the scouts, everybody's got faith in him to be the new number one. Okay, yeah, Ruben Amorim, you wanted Emi Martinez, you wanted an experienced goalkeeper, and I think Manchester United massively dropped the ball not doing that. We needed someone for now who's going to be stable, going to be a personality, not going to let the pressure affect him, and Emi Martinez was that, a leader, a winner, and I understand why Amorim wanted him, but you got Lammens. Bayern Day has made mistake after mistake. He's got no confidence from the fans and the back line don't have confidence in him. I mean, that Erling Haaland goal, Erling Haaland probably sticks it no matter what because he's top quality, but his positioning for that was just abysmal. And if Lammens does make the odd mistake, the fans will be massively behind him. You've got the crowd on his side at Old Trafford. It's a big game, but every game in the Premier League is a big game. Get him in there, get him used to it. The more you wait, the more the pressure builds up. And you've had time with him now. You've had time on the training ground. He's got time to know his defence. Stick him in that team. It can't be any worse. If we had a really good goalkeeper competing with him, I'd be like, fair enough. But it genuinely cannot get worse than the mistakes that we've seen consistently from the likes of Onana, from the likes of Bayern Day. So get Lammens in, that's a big one. Get Bruno up the pitch, bring Mainoo into the team, and then put the right players in the right positions. Striker, go with Sesko or go with Xerxes. Ideally, I'd go with Sesko in this game. I think Sesko needs some time. I think the fact he's already being ripped apart after one Premier League start in a derby is a madness to me, especially where he's being thrown in the deep end and receiving very little service due to poor crossing from Dorgu and Mazraoui. Get Sesko up front, put a striker up front. None of this false nine, get a striker in up front. In your 10s, Mount is back, Cunha is back, right? And you also have Ahmad's played there before. You've got Mbeumo, who's been probably our best player since the start of this season. And you've got Bruno, who, in my opinion, that is his best position. And also, is the captain of the team, one of the best players in the team. However, I've said this before and I'll say it again, it's not as if we're performing at the top of the Premier League. And it's a really tough decision in the fact of, you've got the likes of, top players that are performing as champions like Salah, Gakpo, Ekitike, Isak. These are good quality players and they should be performing at a higher level. But you've got to make a decision. So you're going to pick either Mount or Mbeumo. You're going to pick either Cunha or Mbeumo. You're going to pick Bruno or Mbeumo. Mbeumo has to start for me, but the other one is a big debate between whether Cunha and Mount are fit enough to start and what route Ruben Amorim wants to go down. So that's a big decision for me. No just forcing Bruno Fernandes in the midfield to get all the big names in the team, make a decision and use the other one from the bench? Do you play your captain, which I would be leaning towards doing so, or do you play your big money signing? Do you play the hard worker in Mason Mount who you really like? That's a decision for Ruben Amorim. Your midfield, I think the best midfield pairing is Mainoo and Casemiro. Ruben Amorim might not think it's got the legs. Mainoo looks absolutely fine running around the pitch to me. I know he came on midway through a game, but give him that opportunity. I think them two together I think they've got the best possible chance up against Caicedo and Enzo. That's who I would go with against that pairing. And they are such a strong midfield unit. You need combative midfielders, you need strong midfielders, you need midfielders that are defensively minded to deal with them. And I think Kobbie Mainoo and Casemiro is our best bet. I'm not saying, it's Rodri and Reinders. I'm not saying it's, the creme de la creme. But I think they deserve an opportunity to play together, and he's clearly not settled on a midfield partnership. I fully expect it to be Bruno and Casemiro, by the way. That's what I expect, but that's what I would do. And then you go into your defence. Decision is Yoro or Luke Shaw for the left, Yoro or Mazraoui for the right. No Mazraoui at right wing back. You play Amad there. Amad is your best output as a right wing back. The right wing backs are always getting in space. They can cause Chelsea problems. They're the ones that are getting the most of the touches in the opposition box. You've got to play a winger there, and Amad is our best bet. We statistically score more goals with Amad playing at wing back, with a winger playing at wing back. Get Amad at wing back. No forcing Mazraoui there just to get Yoro and Shaw in the team. You pick Yoro or Shaw or Mazraoui. So you either go Shaw, De Ligt and Mazraoui, or you go Yoro, De Ligt and Mazraoui. That is the decision that Ruben Amorim needs to make. And then on the left wing back, it's going to be Patrick Dorgu. If you've got Amad there, it balances out a bit more. I think Dorgu had a really good game against City, apart from the fact his end product is not good enough. He doesn't make the right final decision. That comes with time, that comes with work, that comes with training. He's a young player that we brought in from Lecce, who's got 1 assist in his career. You cannot rely on him for Manchester United's complete attacking output. So I think Ruben Amorim has to make some tough decisions. You look at Chelsea, they're going to come here confident, they're going to come here strong. They've got some quality players in their team. Cole Palmer is a big one. I mean, we've seen Cole Palmer basically walk it into the net at Old Trafford. He's a boyhood Manchester United fan. I would love him to play for Manchester United one day. Although if you did ask me if you could take one player from that Chelsea team for this current Manchester United side, I think we've got enough attacking forwards. As much Cole Palmer, it'd be really hard not to take him, knowing he's a boyhood United fan and how good he is. But for this team, I'd be going straight in for Caicedo. I think he's absolute quality. But Palmer, if we back off him like we have done in the past, like some teams do, and United have literally done it at Old Trafford, he will score. He will do damage against us. You've got to be sharp. You've got to be on Cole Palmer. We need an Ander Herrera job. And Ander Herrera on Eden Hazard, we need that on Cole Palmer from somebody in that team. So maybe it's a job that Ruben Amorim might be thinking is good for Ugarte. I mean, I thought Ugarte was so poor against Manchester City with his passing and his decision making, especially when you're in a position where the opposition team can damage us and you're in your defensive third, that I'd be very reluctant to start Ugarte, but it is a job that I can envision him doing. And then you look at their other attacking outlets. I think João Pedro is a brilliant signing. It makes me think, did Manchester United not drop the ball going for him? I mean, I knew he was good at Brighton, but at Chelsea, it looks like he's gone up another level and he just looks top draw. Garnacho, Enzo Maresca, he said in his press conference that he's ready to start. If he does start, he's going to have the bit right between his teeth to prove Ruben Amorim wrong. And I'm not sure how the crowd's going to react to that. So we know what Alejandro Garnacho can do. He's used to playing on that pitch. We know he can pull it out the bag. And I've always said this, as a touchline left winger, he has got talent and he can be devastating. He's still got loads of areas to improve on. Off the pitch, there's been some questionable moments, giving the ball away too much, not being able to track back enough, but he can pull some out of nothing. His cutbacks can be devastating, and he can, we've seen the shots that he can produce. I mean, he won the Puskas Award. Obviously, that's once in a blue moon, but still, he's got them in his locker, so he's going to have to shut down. And I think for example, if he's playing on the left, for me, that's even bigger reason to play Amad on the right. Like, Garnacho doesn't track back well. He doesn't. I get that Cucurella is going to be there behind him, but if you're giving Cucurella on his own to handle Mbeumo and Amad, you're probably going to have some joy because we know Garnacho is not really going to track. I mean, he might do, but Amad can outdo Garnacho massively going forward. So, I mean, Amorim might look at it and he's put Mazraoui there to stop Garnacho, but I'd say you're at Old Trafford. let Ahmad and Mbeumo go at Garnacho and Cucurella, put them on the back foot, give Cucurella 2 players to handle, because we know that is a flaw in Garnacho's game. That's the good thing about knowing these players. So that's what I'd be doing, and that's a bigger reason why Ahmad would be going in at right wing back for me. So yeah, there are things to watch from Chelsea. I think you can get their defence. I don't know who'll be starting centre back for them, but I know, you know, tossing can be got at, Chalobah can be got at. They can also have really good games. So Sanchez is liable to mistake, even though he was played out of his skin against Bayern Munich. He was excellent. So Chelsea, they're not the same as a Liverpool, an Arsenal, a City for me. Like, they are a little bit off that, but they are a good Champions League level side that we will face problems in the game, and Man United players need to keep themselves together, keep their heads up, and put in a good performance and go into that game with a bit of confidence. So that is how I would round up my thoughts going into that game. Am I confident about a win? I cannot stand here and say I'm confident about a win. But what I can say is that I do think there'll be goals in this game, which is mental because Manchester United just don't score goals. 1 goal from open play. But I'm going to say, I mean, my head is saying it's going to be 2-1 Chelsea dagger. But my heart is saying I think we can get a 2-2 draw out of it. And you know what? Whenever I predict a win, we end up losing. So hopefully, you know, if I predict a little bit more negatively, that might do the opposite effects. But Man United need to go out there with something to prove. I want to see Manchester United cover every single blade of grass. I want to see some fight. I want to see some hunger. I want to see Man United players proving that they're not this team that everyone's making them out to be. I mean, you've lost against Grimsby, you've lost the derby, you just got through against Burnley despite a decent display, but your record is shocking. Go out there and prove the fans wrong and give the fans something to celebrate. We're so overdue a good performance where you come away with it with a high. And yeah, Chelsea are a good team, but we can get something from this game if we do the right things. Amorim sets us up in the right way, and everybody has the head switched on, and people bring the shooting boots as well. That's a big important factor. I mean, I watched Atletico midweek against Liverpool, and the 2-0 down at Anfield, one of the most hostile environments against Premier League winners, and they're covering every single blade of grass. The heads don't drop. It was a fantastic display of resilience. Man United need to inject some of that into them. So anyway, I'll take it from there. Just to round up, I did have some stats that I wanted to bring in quickly. And it is last results. So Chelsea away, we lost 1-0. Old Trafford, 1-1. Then Chelsea away, it was 4-3. Do you remember that one? I think Garnacho scored for us actually in that game. And then it was 2-1 to United at home. So it's always very close against Chelsea. There's always 1 goal in it, or it's a draw. I even remember that Casemiro header last minute at Stamford Bridge. No matter what, it always is a close game. But look, everyone, make sure you smash a like on the video. Put your score predictions down below. Let me know what you think. And the last thing to say is, come on, United.